So we're going to make coconut candy. I've got a non-stick pot heating up. Go ahead and pour the sugar in. Just be careful with the heat. You don't want it too hot. It's got to melt slowly, otherwise the sugar will burn. You can see how the sugar has melted and clumped. At this point, you can add the butter. You want to make sure that your heat now is a little lower. It'll give the sugar clumps some time to melt before the sugar starts to darken. Okay, I've smashed the big pieces of the sugar and turned the heat up. See, it's starting to change color. And we want to get this to a nice dark brown without burning it. So kind of keep an eye on the heat. Stir. You see some bubbles in here and some sugar pieces. Definitely have to be careful when working with sugar. It's very hot, very hot. And it's looking gorgeous. You can see, if you can see, some of the smoke starting to come up. It's not quite the color I want it. Nice and dark. It's getting there. Again, don't rush the coloring, otherwise you're going to burn the sugar. Okay, that looks ready, so listen. Oh, I love it. There we go. Leave the heat on for a little bit. Oh, yum. Oh. I wish you could smell it. So good. Okay, as this continues to cook, it will thicken. Oh gosh, there's nothing like the smell of coconut candy from Guam. Now don't put it in your mouth, don't even do a taste test because it's super hot. It is super hot. The sugar will burn the skin right off your tongue. Don't even go there. Cooks a little bit. Now notice that there's no sugar along the edges of my coconut mass here, okay? And the measurements that are in the cookbook are exact. And I've done it many, many times, so it's foolproof. Oh, I wish you could smell this. Okay. Well, it tastes as heavenly as it smells, so. It's thoroughly mixed, and what you want to go ahead and do is turn your heat off. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pour this into a non-heat conducting bowl. Stir it a bit, and then set it in the fridge to cool. Then we can roll them into coconut balls. Okay, so we've got it in my plastic bowl. I'm going to stir it for a little while. And you'll see the candy start to thicken and clump together as it cools. This reminds me of Lenten Antigua in Guam. Just a place we used to go on field trips for Chamorro week, and they would have coconut candy, calamai, latiza. The good old days on Guam. Irreplaceable. Irreplaceable. See, it's starting to thicken here. If you really want to impress people, serve this after you've rolled it into balls on banana leaves, as they used to do it. It's starting to thicken. It's still pretty hot, so just be careful if you're wanting to test this already and taste it. Nice and thick. Alright, I would go ahead and put this in the fridge and spread it out so it can cool faster. And let it cool, or if you're not in a hurry, just set it on the counter. But there you go, in the fridge, and we'll get back to it. Okay, so I've taken this out of the fridge. It is definitely more thick. Still a little warm, and you want it that way. You want to roll your coconut candy balls while they're still a bit warm. Put some in your hand. So, there you go. And you can place it on a sheet lined with foil, sprayed with pan spray until they cool completely. One more time. Voila. Yum. Okie dokie. Alright, so the coconut candy balls have cooled. And they are so good. Wish you could have some, but you'll just have to make it. Very good.